to order. And it looks like we're all here. We'll do a roll call. And let's first start out with Vice Chair Hill.
Here.
Board member, let's do Board Member Lair. Okay, Board Member Younger.
Present.
And Board Member Melissa Hansai.
Here.
Okay, and we have our staff member, Melinda, running the show tonight for us. So I think with that, do, Melinda, should I do the public comments and suggestions, or?
Yes, please read that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I will do that. So members of the public may provide general public comments to the Design Review Board by emailing planningcomments@southpasadena.gov or by calling 626-403-7720 and leaving a 3-minute voicemail message to be played during the meeting. Public comments must be received by 12 p.m. on Thursday, December 3rd, 2020 to ensure adequate time to compile and post. Please make sure to indicate your name and stating if it's for general public comments and suggestions. Pursuant to state law, the Design Review Board may not discuss or take action on issues not on the meeting agenda, except that members of the Design Review Board or staff may briefly respond to statements made or questions posed by persons exercising public testimony rights. Government Code Section 54954.2. Staff may be asked to follow up on such items. Do we have any comments from the public, staff?
Mr. Chair, we did not receive any public comments for this meeting.
Okay, thank you. Our hearing no public comments, then we have, looks like we need to do approval of the Design Review Board meeting minutes for June 4th, 2020. Does anybody have any comments regarding those meeting minutes? If so, just raise your hand. And okay, seeing none, then do we have a motion to approve those meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting
Okay,
minutes.
Vice Chair Hill makes a motion to approve. Do we have a second? Yael, Board Member Yael Lair seconds. And so we'll go around the board for approval. Vice Chair Hill.
Yes.
Okay, Board Member Younger,
Yes.
Board Member Lair. And just, Yael, you'll need to turn your mic, you're muted, just so we can hear you. Still muted. There you go.
Yes, I approve.
Perfect, okay. And Board Member Sai.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so we have our meeting minutes approved. We have no presentations, no project presentations tonight. Is that correct, staff?
Yes, we have no public hearing items and no presentations for tonight.
Okay. So we will move on to item number 4, which is the annual report and work plan. So I'm assuming you, the board's had a chance to take a look at the annual report. And I have one, really minor correction on the chair review quantity. I came up with 59, not 46. It just continues to, we end up with more and more. So currently up to today's date, I have 59 minor project reviews for 2020.
Okay, make a note of that and change it.
Okay. Does any other board member have any comments regarding the annual report as stated, as shown?
No.
Okay, so nothing from Vice Chair Hill or Board Member Younger. Okay,
Correct.
okay, and all right, so it looks like we are pretty much set on the annual report. Do we need to approve that, Melinda?
Yes, you will need to approve that tonight, so then we can have it for the city council.
Okay, so we'll do that. So would someone like to make a motion to approve the annual report as, let's see, what's this? Is that a-
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
this is Kanika. Before you approve the annual report, I would like to recommend that there are some minor edits that we would like to do to this, and that
Okay.
the edits be final review by the chair. We would like to make sure we add that our council liaison was here for the 2020 meeting. Dr. Schneider, we could include him in the name, and then we want to change a note about our meeting.
Okay.
okay, terrific.
We
That-
just want to clarify that we held it in person prior to COVID, and then during the pandemic, it's been conducted remotely.
Okay. Okay, terrific. So we'll make those notes will be in the annual report. Okay, so with that, then do we have a motion to approve the 2020 annual report?
I'll make a motion to approve it.
Okay, Board Member Younger makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, we have 2 seconds. How about that? Okay, so all in favor, we are going to do a visual here for something different. Raise your hand. Okay, looks like we're all there. So, okay, so that's been approved. All right, our next agenda item.
And then the next thing that we have is the 2021 work plan for the
Right.
board. We just want the board to review the work plan and then provide any recommendations. And then for changes to the work plan, and any changes to the work plan would be incorporated, and that would be under review and approval by the new board in 2021.
Okay,
I have a question regarding.
okay, Vice Chair.
So looking through it, I know for last year's, for the 2020 work plan, we had discussed the landscape plan and getting design guidelines and for that for the third quarter of this year. And I understand just with everything that has not happened. So my question is that something that we'd want to do earlier in 2021, maybe in the first quarter? I don't know if it's possible to do that instead of pushing it back for the end of the year. Similar with, I think it's the ADUs as well. Or that is in quarter 1. Receive information and discussion for design standards for ADU.
Right, we can move that landscape plan to quarter 1 if that's what the board would like.
Yes,
That would probably be a good idea, wouldn't that, Melinda? If we can pull that off with the rest of the work here,
Mhm.
the sooner that we can, I mean, create a handout. It says create a handout or form for landscape plan submittal, so applicants have something to work with sooner than later.
I agree.
Okay, and our landscape architect agrees with that. Let's go ahead and see if we can push that into the first quarter then, Melinda.
Okay.
Another thing, did we form a subcommittee for ADUs? We did, didn't we? And that was Vice Chair Hill and Board Member Sy, correct? Okay, so
Yes,
we
I
have
believe
that already we have something established there. It's just a matter of starting that process. Okay. And then we have revisit residential and commercial design guidelines and consider design standards. Melinda, can you shed any light as to how that would be approached for us as the DRB?
For that one, we would start a discussion with the board to get some suggestions, and then we would create revise the design guidelines for the board to review. And
Okay.
then any changes that the board suggests, then we'll incorporate that. And then this will also go before the planning commission, is that correct, Kanika, for their input?
Yeah, I can elaborate more on that. So the design review standard will be reviewed by both the DRB, the Culture Heritage Commission, and also the Planning Commission. And then we'll take it for, probably gonna be the Planning Commission will be the decision maker on that. Staff will have to look into it because it will be adoption by resolution. But we may, we'll probably work with a couple commissioners and board members from each commission to form like a subcommittee and ad hoc committee to create some sort of collaboration between all the different commission and board, because you guys look at projects that's not historic, CHC look at project that's historic, and then planning commission looks at hillside development projects. So staff hasn't really got a work plan together for that, but that's something that we look forward to working on. Staff will probably take a first visit at the resident design guideline and bring it back to you as a discussion item, like which portion of the design review would you guys like to start first, or how you want to tackle it, and who's the subcommittee that will be working with staff on that.
Okay, I mean, I think that's great. It sounds like it's a plan can formulate for that.
And I don't think we'll be able to accomplish it in Q2. We're probably gonna go over 3 quarters because once the DRB review, we're also gonna have to take it to CHC, get their feedback and thought on their portion, and it's more gonna be a collaboration effort as well. So it's probably gonna be Q2, 3, and 4, and then hopefully to get it adopted by the end of this year.
Okay, that leads me into another question that's somewhat related to this. And do we have an updated time frame for the updated general plan and the downtown specific plan? That kind of dovetails, it can dovetail into this in some ways. Do we have any information on that?
We are planning to, right now we're focusing on the housing element, and the general plan and the downtown specific plan is on hold, waiting for us to do the EIR for our general plan and downtown specific plan and housing element all at once. We do anticipate taking, I think, the downtown and the general plan discussion back to our planning commission later at the end of 2021. So the design, we could do in 2 phases. Like the first one could just be minor design changes, or we could work on those design to incorporate the draft policies in the general plan and downtown specific plan.
Okay.
But that's why staff doesn't think that it'll be done in Q2. It will have to be adopted at the end of the year once we refine the general plan and the downtown specific plan.
Okay. Okay. But in the meantime, if we refine or redefine some of the guidelines, it's probably good for applicants to have that too. So one way or another, we'll continue to work on that. Okay. Does any other board member have any additional questions for the work plan? Okay, I don't see anybody having any questions. I don't think I have any more questions either, or anything that we would need to add. I think when you really think about it, that's quite a bit of work there. If we really get into it, there's some meat there to look at and refine. Okay, do we need to, Melinda, do we approve that work plan also?
No, you don't. It's just a review and the recommendations.
Continue it to the next meeting.
Okay.
This board will review this work plan, and then the new board will come on and review this work plan, and if agreed, then they will approve and adopt it.
Okay. And January, correct me if I'm wrong, Kanika, January, we revamp chair, vice chair, all that. We vote again on that, correct?
That's correct.
Right, okay. Very good. Okay, so with that, it looks like we're on item number 5, comments from the board. Does any of our board members, let's start with Vice Chair Hill. Any comments for this year? Good, bad, or ugly?
No, I just generally, I want to thank everybody on the board because I think I really appreciate all the effort that everybody puts in, specifically Melinda and Kanika. You guys are doing a great job. So I really appreciate that. Other than that, though, it's been a very challenging year in general in our country and our world. So I applaud you for pulling everything together, getting us on a digital platform, and being able to continue the design review board commission. So thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Board Member Younger.
Everything Samantha just said, and also I had no idea how many chair reviews you had to do. That's a lot of work.
Some of them go fast. I mean, they're windows and things. Others take a little bit longer, but yeah, you may get your chance.
I don't think you want me to do that.
Oh, you might.
Thank you also, you and Samantha and Melissa, Yael, all of the extra work y'all are doing. Thank you. You're doing beautifully.
Thank you. Okay, Board Member Lair.
I just want to say that I was surprised how easy and smooth, those Zoom meetings were going, through the year, and that they made the whole difference. I think the meeting are organized very well by the city, by the two ladies, nice ladies, good, excellent ladies that we have here. And I really think that with all the difficulties that this year gave us, we did really a decent job. We approved many good projects and did not approve those that needed to be fixed up. And I'm actually pleased. So thank you very much, everybody, for your time and effort. Very much appreciated.
Thank you, Yael, for your service and your dedication for this last couple of years too. We all appreciate that. And now we have Board Member Sai.
I agree with what everyone else had said. I think Kanika and Melinda, you guys did a fantastic job this year, transitioning from, this whole pandemic to online. Yeah, I feel like there was not a huge difficulty of transition. I think it was kind of flawless going onto a digital platform. And I really enjoyed my first year on the design review board. And yeah, I look forward to next year.
Thank you. Well, we've enjoyed having you on our board too. Really have. So I want to say the same thing, kind of a ditto. My pals Kanika and Melinda have been great. They're real troopers, and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we all don't know about that they have to do constantly. They're up till 10, 11 at night doing these things, maybe even longer. And so I think we all appreciate you guys for doing that. And I know the city probably does too. And I want to thank the board for all of their efforts this year. And it has been very seamless to go to this Zoom approach. In some ways, I'm starting to like it. It's, I like getting together at the council chamber, but it's fairly simple, to do. And we've, with the help of Kanika and the city, we've been able to make this a smooth transition to look at drawings online. And the applicant may be a little more frustrated because they're not it may be a little more difficult for them to communicate with us, but that might even get better in the future too. So anyway, thank you all for your service this last year. And we've got another year ahead of us. Some of us do. And we'll hope for the best. Maybe we'll be back in person toward the middle of next year or end of next year, maybe. So, okay, subcommittees. Do we have any comments that we have our ADU subcommittee? Anybody any comments at this point with that, guys?
We haven't met as a subcommittee for the ADU, so
there we go.
We have nothing to report. unless there's something you wanted to add, but we haven't.
Looking forward to meeting, maybe. Okay. All right, comments from staff. Which one, Melinda, why don't you go first and Kanika's can wrap it up.
Well, we would like to thank the board for all your dedication and help on all our projects. Always being available and quick to respond to our emails, attending all our meetings and our last minute requests, and also just all your wonderful input on all these projects and helping us to improve on projects that we bring before you. So it has been very helpful. Yes, thank you for another great year.
Thank you. Kanika?
I did what Melinda said, and we look forward to another year working with this board. We've been happy since we've been here. We have a wonderful board. You guys did a really good job in helping protect the character of our city here. I just want to let you know that next year we are going to have the Commissioner Congress. It's probably going to be done virtually as well. And it's going to be scheduled for February 23rd. That's a Tuesday.
Okay.
You'll be getting an invite from our city clerk, but if not, I would say if you could just put that tentatively on your calendar for February 23rd for a virtual Congress meeting. We'll see how that goes.
Terrific.
But it will be fun. I don't know if food will be provided or not, so you may have to bring your own dinner for the meeting. Oh,
Okay.
and I also want to thank the chair and the vice chair for your help on the 7 patio project that went to Planning Commission, and that was on November 17th, and it was approved by our Planning Commission with a 5-0 vote. However, that project will be going council in February. It was requested by our council to be presented to them.
In February.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Very good.
And
okay.
that's all I have to say. Just thank you to all the board members for all your help and dedication and your flexibility. And not only that, how wonderful you guys have been doing this virtual meeting. Getting the cameras and the audio to work is just great.
It sounds very good tonight, by the way. Everybody's very clear, no shaky anything. Something's really special tonight. Okay, well, I think this is one of the shortest meetings we've ever had. And I think I want to wish you guys all a happy holidays coming up, and stay safe, and don't get in trouble. Stay home if you have to. And our next meeting will be January 7th, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. So with no further ado, I guess we will say adios.
I forgot one, Mr. Chair.
Oh, okay, Kanika.
Our January 7th meeting, since City Hall is going to be closed for the last 2 weeks in December, or the last week in December, I think it's the last 2 weeks, I'm not sure, but it's a city holiday. So we're gonna plan to cancel the design review board meeting in January and reach out to the board member for a special meeting sometime in January.
Oh, okay, different time. Okay.
Right, because if we're gonna keep that meeting, that means we have to get our agenda packet out by next week
Oh,
for your
yeah.
January meeting.
Okay. No problem. We'll make allowances for that.
So the January 7th meeting is gonna be canceled.
Okay. And we'll just look forward to a special meeting date that will come up.
Yes.
Okay. Very
Thank
good.
you.
Okay. All right, guys. I think that's it. The meeting is adjourned, and it is 5 to 7. All right.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Yes,
holidays.
happy
And we'll catch you next year then.